Another 10 boondoggles for you all, from least cool to coolest. This one is just a combo with no apparent pattern. Starts to square, goes to 2 butterflies, then square, then 2 butterflies, then square, then 2 butterflies, and then cobra, and then a different color cobra, and then twisted cobra. Here we have square, and then some circle zigzag stuff, and then square, and then circle stuff. Here we have what I call the gradual twist stitch. All you got to do is do a 2x1 and then do 2 straight stitches, and then a twisted stitch, and then 2 straight, and then a twisted. It'll make it look like this. Here we have the swirl stitch, as it's been called by boondogglers on the internet. This one is one that I've never seen anyone else do before. It starts with a quad stitch, but with the colors arranged differently, and then it goes into a father cobra stitch. And father cobra is kind of hard to do in combos. I just did a box stitch in the middle that was all blue, and then did a black father cobra around it. So that looks pretty cool. Here we have, starts with a corkscrew and then a bunch of twist. And then I took the extra 2 middle strands and just wrapped them around like that. And then wrapped them nice and tight, and then rejoined into a corkscrew. Noticed the colors were kind of messed up, and at the time I was kind of freaked out and weirded out and like, whoa, cool, when I saw colors that weren't all lined up, because I hadn't done very many boondoggles that were like that. And so I did some straight stitch just to show off that I can do boondoggle that doesn't have colors that look normal. Here is a super brick for 8 stitches or 10 or whatever, and then it goes into the same thing, a twist with a single strand wrapped around both sides. Does that over and over. Here is a little midget one. It's like an 8, I guess. It's a 2x6 stitch that splits into 2 tornado stitches, and then does that again. Looks pretty nice. Here's one I did at a scout camp. Starts with a 7x1 wall stitch, splits into 2 super bricks, then it splits into and then it changes from that right into, without another 7x1 wall stitch in between, I linked those 2 super bricks into a middle super brick with, of course, square stitches on the edges. So it makes kind of this 7x1 wall with a lot of holes in it. And I was at scout camp, so I did scout colors, brown, 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 and red, white, and blue. A lot of these colors I don't actually have in my Boondoggle collection. I bought them at the trading post at the scout camp. And then I saved the best for last. This is a squid that I actually made while waiting in lines at Disneyland. It started with one of the first 5x5s, I believe the first 5x5 I ever did. And then I actually used Yontan Setbon's method to make these kind of eyeballs in the squid. I know he has 8 eyes, don't even worry about it. And then I split the 5x5 actually into 5 4x4s, or not 4x4s, 4 strings, so 1x1s. And there's one kind of at each corner, and then one right in the middle. That was that video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch all my other videos, because they all have really cool boondoggles just like this one.